Ooh-Rah for Tah-Tahs, you read it right. Most of us know someone in our lives who has gone through one of the toughest experiences around, breast cancer. This morning we have a group of women who has not only survived but are also trying to help others in the same situation. We're here with Karen Doman, Murdoch, as well as Lisa Heron, who are breast cancer survivors and supporters, Pam Manning, Yeshiva Dunn. We have all of you ladies here, and this little guy, Finley, is a big supporter. So thank you all for being here this morning. And you have an amazing story to tell, first of all, as a breast cancer survivor. But there is a reason you're in this, and it all goes back to your precious son, which is perfect for Mother's Day, and the Marines.
Exactly. And Chad actually left for the Marines boot camp the day after Mother's Day last year. So this is absolutely perfect to be telling about our cookbook today, and we'll get into that. But how it all started was that Chad was out in 29 Palms, California, and it was my 6th anniversary of being a breast cancer survivor last October. And he was really, really upset that he couldn't be here to show support for me and do the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure.
And so you made sure that you could be there for him.
Exactly.
And what a surprise for him
right.
it was.
Oh, well, he was totally blown away because he had no idea. We decided to do these shirts, and my staff helped me come up with the slogan, Ooh-Rah for Tah-Tahs, and we decided to fly out and surprise Chad. Well, Pam Manning, the owner of Napco Chemicals, sponsored 70 shirts, and we flew out to surprise Chad for their fun run, where the Marines can wear different costumes and things like that. And so we flew out, we got to the base at 6 a.m., and we're sitting in the public affairs office, and my cell phone rings, and it's my son. And he's like, "Mom, what have you done?" And I thought, "What do you mean, what have I done?" Because I couldn't tell him that I was actually there. And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he said, "With the shirts, Mom." And I'm like, "What do you mean with the shirts?" And he said, "The shirts, my captain just came by and picked me up." And he said, "Some woman who has the shirts has a lot of pull because she's got Marines jumping through hoops trying to find these shirts, and we can't find them." So what happened was, I'm like, "Just calm down." And in the meantime, there's all these Marines talking this lingo in the background, military lingo. And I'm like, "Chad, it's okay. I had to send them to somebody to make sure you have them. You'll have them. You don't need to calm down. But I have someone in my office. I need to let you go."
And you went, and it was you.
It was me. Well, what happened, it was just great because I ended up, I said, just have a great time, love you, bye. 10 minutes later, we're at the starting line, and I had my back to my son. My husband saw him, and I was talking to some other Marines, and he walks up, and he literally stops dead in his tracks. He bends forward like a cartoon character because of the momentum, bounces back, and he's like, "Mom!" And I turned around, and he nearly died. And it was just wonderful. The shirts flew. We could have had 200 shirts, and they were all gone.
And from then on, it's Ooh-Rah for Tah-Tahs. These are all of the original Tah-Tahs, and you have an amazing story to share. First of all, she was so brave that she didn't wear her wig for the first time today after the breast
for
cancer.
Lisa.
But you wore this shirt when you went to have your mastectomy.
Yes.
How much did it mean to you to have this support of Ooh-Rah?
It was fantastic. I had something to be there for and someone to support, and they were going to be supporting me a few days later, and it was awesome. It was the last thing I said before I went under.
She actually did. It was hysterical because she was saying Ooh-Rah for Tah-Tahs as they were wheeling her down the hallway, and she had her hand pointed back over her head, and she's like, "I wore my shirt for her son Chad because the Marines are going to wear their shirts for ladies with breast cancer." And then the nurse came out 2 hours later to tell us that, her progress report, and he hadn't seen my shirt, and he looked at me and he said, "She was still saying Ooh-Rah for Tah-Tahs when she was going under." So I said, that is a supporter.
And every doctor will tell you that a positive attitude makes a huge difference, not only in your recovery, but in the complete future of fighting cancer. So good for you. And your company helped pay for all of this and help Ooh-Rah come about.
Yes, we did.
So you have to be proud of that. And we've even got the dog wearing the shirt.
Finley.
So Finley is very, very brave. Now you have a cookbook signing, we'll call it, coming up this weekend. Tell us about that.
Exactly. We're going to have a cookbook signing. Yes, hello, Finley. We have a cookbook signing at Borders in the Woodlands from 2 to 4, and we would love you guys to come out because it is a great Mother's Day book.
And I have to say, I even have a recipe in part of it, which I'm very happy about.
It's Texas celebrities, and we have a lot of local celebrities that were so sweet and kind to take time out of their busy schedule.
It meant a lot to me to put it in there because I put my grandma's favorite recipe in there, who was a breast cancer survivor. And when I first met you about 4 years ago, you'd written your book, My Boobie and Me.
Right.
And it was putting laughter on a horrible disease. And I can't tell you how much that helped my precious, precious grandmother.
Well, thank you.
And it still brings tears to my eyes because right after her disease, she started laughing about it because of you. So I'm blessed to meet up with you again. Thank you, ladies, for being here. And Ooh-Rah for Tah-Tahs.
Ooh-Rah for Tah-Tahs.